Hello again, guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I have my weekly sales update video for you guys. So these are sales that have happened between the 22nd and the 27th of January 2019. So approximately a week, just short of. They are on Poshmark and eBay. No Etsy sales again this week. So nothing to show you there, unfortunately. Etsy is not going well, but I'll be doing a bigger video on that soon, letting you know what I've been doing to try and spruce it up and what has or has not, I guess, been working. Anyway, so I'll start with Poshmark and then I'll go on to eBay. So these are all of the items that sold, and what I'll do is I'll let you know how much they sold for, like I usually do. I'll let you know where I picked the items up and how much I originally paid for them. And at the end, I'll go ahead and do a breakdown of how much my gross profit was, how much my cost of goods was, how much I paid in fees, roughly, and then my net profit for the week, because those are numbers that are really important when we're learning, and, you know, we need to make sure we reflect on those consistently. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and dive into it. I pretty much don't do free shipping, so everything I show you here does have the buyer paying shipping, but if there's one that is different, like a listing I happen to have free shipping on, I will go ahead and let you know that as well. So starting with Poshmark, the first two items were in a bundle, and they were these J. Crew Dark Wash bootcut jeans. Bootcut jeans just seem to move really slowly for me, even if they're a decent brand. I think a lot of people agree. However, when I picked them up for around $1, which is what this was, I usually still grab them and just kind of like wait for a little while, because people do tend to bundle and things like that. So J. Crew jeans, and then they also went with this awesome vintage USA. It was like a fleecy sweatshirt. It was really, really cool, with the US flag, obviously, and the spell out on the front. And this cost me 50 cents at a rummage sale. I actually got this just over a month ago, I think it was. So it's only been listed 3 to 4 weeks. Someone came along and bundled, and I sent them an offer. And so those two items together, I had $1.50 in them total together, and they paid $35 plus the shipping. Okay, and onwards. This I've had for a while, but I picked it up for 50 cents at a filler bag. It was such a cute vintage like bralette with all this lace detail. Here was the tag, the older tag, made in the USA, just a size medium and all that. So I had to put in plenty of measurements and things like that. But it was really, really beautiful, in fantastic condition. It was such a nice, like, royal bright blue. So 50 cents I paid for this at a filler bag, and it sold for $25 on a best offer. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, they bought that outright, which is always really exciting when people do that. So they just bought that outright, and obviously they paid shipping as well. And when it comes to vintage lingerie, I'm a little bit picky still. I know I don't have to be, but I do a lot of like vintage swimwear, and then I do a lot of pieces like this where the fit isn't like specific to like a band size or a cup size necessarily, because those vintage sizings with the cup sizes do tend to differ a little bit in my experience, where something like this is a lot more forgiving in terms of cup size. But it may be something that I sort of broaden my horizons in 2019 with the vintage lingerie and things, because I do come across quite a lot of that and like nightwear, sleepwear and stuff at the sales I go to. Oh, right, on to the next piece. This was another bundle. So this I picked up for $1 at a rummage sale back in, I think it was November. So it's been listed for around 2 months at this point. It's had some interest on eBay and Poshmark. It actually sold on eBay, and then the person just didn't pay. So I went ahead and relisted it, and it sold within a couple of days of relisting it again. So it was this like double-breasted distressed denim coat, and then also in the bundle was this item, which I only just listed about a week or 2 weeks ago. I picked it up in one of my thrift store hauls. I'll go ahead and link my thrift haul playlist for you guys in case you're wondering, you know, when I pick these things up and you want to see sort of what I paid and what other kind of stuff I picked up along the way too. So I paid $1 for the jacket, and I paid about $2.50 for this, half price at a thrift store. And yes, the bundle sold together for $45, and I had $3.50 in both of those items. This took a lot longer to sell than I thought it would. I pick up a lot of the vintage collegiate, like graphic sweatshirts and sometimes t-shirts, jackets, that kind of thing. Just because I'm where I'm located, I find them a lot. I picked this up for $1 at a yard sale, and I thought it would go faster. And this was just kind of like the one that was left hanging around at the end of the football college start season, when they usually sell so quickly for me, like back in sort of September and October and things like this. So anyway, I paid $1 and it sold for $25 finally on a best offer, and I was happy to take that. Okay, so this item I actually just picked up at a rummage sale haul, and it was, I don't usually pick up Chico's, but I have recently been doing really well with Chico's on Poshmark. I say really well, I mean, I've sold maybe like 3 or 4 pieces in the last sort of 3 weeks, but for Chico's, for me, that's really well. So I picked this piece up. It wasn't anything special in terms of fabric content or anything like that, but I really liked the style, just open front, kind of this geometric color block style. I thought it was current enough. It was on trend enough. So I went ahead and grabbed it, and it actually sold within just a couple of days of listing. So I paid 50 cents for this, and it sold for $20. This item I've had for quite a while. I had it listed as an ugly Christmas sweatshirt, or sweater, I should say, for a while. Actually, I've had it for over a year, I think. I picked it up for $1 at a rummage sale, and I absolutely loved it because it has glitter detail all in it. It's really, really cool up close. And Christmas came and went again. I think it's been listed for 2 Christmases. And so I went ahead and changed Christmas to Valentine's sweater. And somebody, I think one of the lovely people who view my videos, actually came in and purchased it to wear for Valentine's Day. And I'm so excited that they did that. I hope that they absolutely love it. This is such a neat vintage piece, and I'm so glad that it found its home. So yay for that. This has been listed for about a week, so it sold pretty darn quickly. It was a size 16, so it's a little bit larger size. It's a very classic career style. Tommy Hilfiger. Doesn't sell for a lot, but for me, it can sell fairly quickly in those larger sizes. So I paid 50 cents for this at a rummage sale, and it sold for $16. This I've had forever, and I was glad to take an offer. I paid $1. It sold for $15. It was a very small size. It was size 0, so that probably didn't help. I'm not sure how good my photos were either. I went ahead and redid this cover photo when I went and cross-posted it from eBay, but as you can see, I did not invest the time with the rest of my photographs, so perhaps I should have done that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, sold for $15. This piece I've had for a while as well. I paid 25 cents at a rummage sale. It's obviously a vintage piece. It's not to everybody's taste, I understand, but I did think that the like lace work and stuff on the neck, and this is all mesh right here, it's not completely open. I just thought it was really beautiful and definitely a little bit different. So I went ahead and grabbed it for the filler bag, 25-cent price point, and it did sell for $18, obviously by paying shipping and stuff as well, but it did take a while, probably 8 or 9 months to sell. So my first eBay sale that I'm going to be showing you is this Lauren Ralph Lauren pullover sweatshirt. It was a men's. It sold for $11.98, which is not much at all. I paid about 75 cents at a filler bag for it. I'm really steering away from this brand now. And it's actually, I mentioned it as one of the brands that I'm actually avoiding this year in 2019 for the most part. Items I'm leaving on the rack is what I called it. And I will pop a card up as well with a link to that video so you can see what I had to say about the brand and some of the other brands that I'm also steering clear of a little bit this year. So not the best sale. This item, I thought this would do so well, and it just really, really took its time. So I paid $3 for this jacket, and frankly, I would again, because Mountain Hardwear is a really good brand, and it's such nice quality. I don't know why it struggled so much. Maybe because it was a smaller size, perhaps. Anyway, it finally sold on a best offer of $20. We're moving out of jacket season now and into more like spring, summer, or we will be shortly. So I was okay with accepting that offer and just getting some of my money back and a little bit of profit. Another Ralph Lauren piece. This sold for $10 on a best offer. No, it didn't. I tell a lie. It was $12.74. It sold for that sales price you see right there on the screen. I only have 25 cents in this. So when I find things like this, where I really like this, it had a nice print, very classic and kind of neutral. It had this lovely ruffle detail all over the chest, as you can see here. I thought this was a nice sort of career piece. 25 cents is spot on. I would grab it all day long, probably at 25 cents, this kind of style. Obviously, it didn't sell for very much, but I don't have much money in it, and it's pretty damn simple to photograph and to come up with keywords and things like that. So that is the kind of stuff, like the bread and butter for me, that I would put in, that I would pick up at rummage sales, just FYI. But like I said, again, this brand, I'm starting to steer away from it a little bit. Okay, Toad and Company. This is like the newer version. Horny Toad is what they used to be called. And let me show you that label right there, Toad and Company. Some pieces do wonderful for me and sell so quickly, mostly the dresses. And some pieces just don't so much. So this was the Divinity long sleeve top, and I got that from the little style tag down here. That's what I mean by style tag. So it's fall 2016. The Divinity LS means long sleeve. And yeah, it just sat around for a while. So I paid $3 for this at a, no, it was $2 at a rummage sale. I'm sorry, $2 for the long sleeve top. And it sold for a best offer of $15, which isn't terrible, but I had hoped to do just a little bit better with this top. Okay, so the next one, Old Navy. This is actually another brand that I'm pretty much steering away from right now. But I paid 50 cents for this at a rummage sale, and it sold for a best offer of $10. I liked the print. It was kind of bold, but it was not one of like the larger sizes. Like I'm trying to get like very much the plus sizes and stuff. So anyway, hopefully that they really enjoy that. This was actually something from a rummage sale that I haven't got up yet, the video, that's coming. So if you want to see that rummage sale video, make sure you subscribe so you can see it. It'll be coming very soon. I'm actually filming it right after this video. But I only listed these, well, let me think. I listed these almost right away when I got home, and I've sold several items now from that rummage sale already, which you've seen a few of them in here now. So let me think. Must have been less than a day that these sold in, and I actually grabbed them only because they were new with tags. The brand, as far as I can tell, is not anything special. Ruby Road, I think it's just sold in like, you know, maybe at like department store, or like, you know, even like maybe Kmart or something. I'm not too sure, but something along those lines. So it's not a particularly standout brand, I don't think, but I thought the prints were cute. They had some really nice embellishments on them. And like I said, they were both new with tags, both the same size, same style, very easy to list together as a lot. So that's what I did. And they sold within one day. I took a best offer of $20. I only had $1 in them. Nice fast flip there. Talbot's Irish linen blazer. I used to do really well with these and not so much anymore. So I actually took a best offer of $10 because I've had this now for, oh my goodness, over a year listed. I have noticed that the black ones I still do quite well with, the Irish linen blazers, the black ones, but the beige ones, not so much. So that's something that I'm going to be bearing in mind as I move forward. And I paid about 50 cents for this at a filler bag, so it's not too bad. I paid $1 for this and I took a best offer of $10. I'm actually trying to move a lot of my Victoria's Secret out right now, unless it's collegiate or it's like extremely blinged out or something like that, lots of sequins and things like that. I'm kind of moving on out because it just doesn't do well for me, and it's been sitting there forever and I'm just ready to move on. So $10 I took for this, and like I said, I had about $1 in it. This Tommy Bahama dress, I'd hoped to do a little bit better with this, but it wasn't a larger size. It was only a medium. I do better with larger sizes with Tommy Bahama as well. I paid 50 cents at a rummage sale for this, and it sold for a best offer of $18. I still pick up a lot of the dresses, but I steer clear of almost everything else Tommy Bahama right now. Okay, I loved this piece. I took a best offer of $18 for this, I think. Yes, and this actually came from a rummage sale about a month ago now. I just loved it with the rabbit print. It was no specific brand. It was just a vintage piece. Let me go ahead and show you that older tag. There we go. Yeah, and I thought it was really cute. I love the novelty knits and things like that. And obviously it's a sweater vest. So I went ahead and listed it for $30, just like a stab in the dark, really, to see what would happen. And like I said, someone offered me $18. I went ahead and took it and only had 50 cents in it. Crabtree and Evelyn. So this can do really well. Unfortunately, I had to list it as used because it didn't have the seal on it. It was actually completely full, but it didn't have a seal. I'm not even sure that it needed to have a seal or whatever because it was a pump. So I don't know if it should have done. I guess it would have had like a plastic around it if it was completely new. Because I couldn't guarantee that, I didn't want to risk it and list it as like brand new. I just said that it was full. If it was brand new, I probably would have got closer to 25 for this, but I actually didn't pay anything for it. The people at the rummage sale I was at gave this to me because they saw me looking and just kind of put it in my bag and said, oh, take it, take it. So I took a best offer of $11 plus shipping, which for a free item is not too bad. I just wanted to play it safe with that. Another item from the rummage sale that I am yet to film, but stay tuned if you want to see. Again, no particular brand. Awesome, like 90s tag. I got to show you this one. I just thought it was so cool. This reminds me of the kind of stuff that like every photo of me in the 90s, I was wearing something like this as a child. So there was a nostalgia there for me, but also I just thought it was really cool. So the color block, like pastel colors, now it did have some damage to it. I've already got good feedback. The person was very happy with it, but it did have some light marks, as you can see there on the arms there. Even though I laundered it, I just couldn't get them to quite give. And then it did have some tarnishing to just that top button there and a small ink mark. So, you know, there were definitely some flaws, but it sold really quickly despite the flaws because the style is so like bold 90s. So I took a best offer of $18. It cost me 50 cents. And like I said, it has those flaws, but it's sold anyway. So don't be afraid if you have a cool vintage item to list it anyway. Another Google Home Mini sold. This is actually the second one and the last one that I have. Again, my cost of goods is $0 here because I got them as an extra. When we bought our Google Home Hub thing that my husband decided to buy, we got 2 Google Home Minis as part of the promotion. So I've sold them both now for the same price, $22.97 plus shipping, just to get a little bit of money back, really. We don't need the minis in our house, and we might as well get a little bit of reimbursement there. And the final sale I'm going to show you, I've had this fabric for about 2 years now with so many likes and watches and interest. It hasn't gone a single rotation of being listed without having watches, but it took this long to actually sell. So it went on sale for $22.49, and that's what the person paid. I actually had free shipping on this, as you can see here. It went in a padded flat rate mailer, so that was about $6.30 when this one shipped out. And I had about $1 in it from a yard sale. So still made some profit there, but even though I had so much interest, it just took a while to move. Sometimes fabrics like that, it either does really well or it sits for a really long time in my experience. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and run the numbers before I sign off. So my gross profit from all the items I just showed you in these 5 days was $444.18. My cost of goods for everything here was $21.25. The fees that I paid, and I'm going to go ahead again and round them up to just a flat 20% fees. Poshmark is 20%. eBay is sometimes a little bit less once you combine eBay and PayPal, but for the sake of being like consistent, I'm just going to call them all together 20% to make sure I'm not kind of bamboozling anyone. I don't know how else to say it. I just want you all to like have a realistic perception of the fees, I suppose is what I want to say. So 20% fees off of that gross is $88.84. So my net profit on these items in these 5 days was $334.09. So not too bad for a 1 or 2 hours work a day. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back in a day or 2 with that rummage sale haul. So if you're interested, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell button so that you can catch that whole video too. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this sales video. Let me know down below, how are your sales doing? Anything good moving for you right now, or are they a little bit slow like mine are? Because I still feel like I'm trying to pick up a bit from the first couple of weeks in January. We shall see. All right, you guys, have an amazing week, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.